I'm going to demonstrate the Johnson Viking Ranger 2. This was a very popular rig in the early 1960s. AM has about 40 to 50 watts of output power on AM. Uses 6146s, and it's a rig I dreamed of having when I was a kid and never could even think of affording it. However, I'm not a kid anymore. I've been a ham for 53 years. I will show you how this rig works. The first thing we do is we put it in the tune position, and we need to adjust for 2.5 mils or 2 mils of grid current. So we peak it up. There we go. And if we needed more, we would adjust the drive. We can adjust the drive way up, but you're warned not to exceed the amount of grid current that's supposed to be there. Increasing the grid current does not give you more power, so you don't really want to do that. Then we can throw it in the standby position, put the meter over to plate, and the 6146 draws about 30 mils of cathode current in the standby position. So it's always drawing a little bit of current. Not great for efficiency, but that's the way it was designed. Next, we put it in the foam position, and we have way too much current up there, so we use this final, and we use that to dip it, and we're going to bring this back a little bit, and let's see, there we go. We adjust that down. Now we can bring it up a little bit further by increasing the coupling, and that increases our power. And right now we're putting out about 40 watts. If I bring the coupling down a little bit, it brings the power down. So we leave it up there. That's what's recommended. We're a little bit high there. Maybe I'm going to bring that down a little bit there. Yeah, I'll bring it down a little bit. That's a little bit better. And bring this coupling up with kind of a fine-tuned coupling, and we're still at 40 watts. And there we are. We are all tuned up. Put it in the standby position once again, and I'm going to throw this over to modulate. And we have a D104 microphone. I'm going to just put out a little test and make sure it does modulate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the goal was to get it to go up to about 130 milliamps of modulation current, which tells me that's about 100% modulation. I will show you again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's an example of the Johnson Viking Ranger 2. Now we will hear a contact with it. Oh, by the way, I also did make a CW contact with it earlier. When I got the Ranger, and I think I put this note up on there, when I got the Ranger, the modulation was all I could do to scream into it and get it to modulate. And now it's fine, because there were two 12AU7s in there instead of one 12AU7 and one 12AX7. So clarify your name and your location, and let me know what you're using, because you do sound great. W1VTP K1OIK.
Again, the name is Al, Alpha Lima, and I have an awful time with names too. I know, from your many contributions to Day and Paul, and I get that, and so I'm not particularly good at remembering names either. Yeah, the transmitter is a Class E, and running about 300 watts. And you look like you're getting up towards 100. It's a spectrum analyzer I have here. I don't have an envelope. I can't look at the envelope, so I can't tell for sure. But you look like you're right up there, and you've got about the right amount of signal as far as your power output class. So that's Rosie. She's my official welcoming committee. Somebody just came in the shack, so I guess she's my alarm for people coming into the shack. She gets up and raises a fuss. kind of like a guard cat, I guess. Back to you, Bert. W1 VTP.
W1 VTP. Here is K1OIK. You know you've got a great transmitter when I can hear the cat, and the cat sounds perfect. I heard that meow, and it came in just perfect. So the Class C, I know there's a number of guys up here that use Class C, and every one of them from Connecticut up through New Hampshire sound great. I don't have this, I'm not running full power here. I'm running at about 35 watts. I usually tend to run things conservatively, Al. And the receiver I'm using I think I mentioned it's a Hallicrafter's S76, and I think I'm on the G5RV. Now I'm using a D104 microphone, and I do like this Ranger. It's pretty. That's half the battle sometimes, because most hams can fix the insides, but it's harder to make them pretty. W1 VTP, K1 OIK.
Wow, somebody's switching their transmitter all over the place here. You just asked me a question.
Where are you?
And I'm located in Manchester, New Hampshire. If that's the question. Did you have another question that you asked? Because I got momentarily distracted. What's on the track?
No, that was the question. I wasn't sure where you were in Manchester. WA1UQM. Here is K1OIK.
Okay, Bert, you're hovering between a 5 and a 7 with some fading. K1 OIK WA1 UQM. The Johnson Ranger 2, I guess you're on.